Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Today our topic is about translation equivalent, and we are from group 4. We want to explain about Baker's concept. Baker outlines 5 types of translation equivalence. They are equivalence at word level, equivalence above word level, grammatical equivalence, textual equivalence, and pragmatic equivalence. Baker's concept of translation equivalence is discussed more elaborately in this final project, which is focused on the strategies used by the translator based on the classification word, above word, and grammatical level equivalence. I am Uniwani Purba. Today I will explain about equivalence at word level. Adopting the building blocks approach. In translating, the first consideration is the equivalence at word level, because a translator starts analyzing and exploring the meaning of words as single units in the source language. Bollinger and Search, as quotes by Baker, define word as the smallest unit of language that can be used by itself. One word may contain several elements of meaning in it. For example, a word such as rewrite. There are two distinct elements of meaning in it, re and write. And the meaning is to write again. There is no one-to-one correspondence between orthographic words elements of meaning within a cross language. For instance, bawang putih in Indonesia is written in one word, garlic in English, and semangka in Indonesia is written in the two words watermelon in English. To differentiate the elements of meaning in words, the term morpheme is introduced to describe the minimal formal element of meaning in language. A word such as unbelievable consists of 3 morphemes: un meaning not, believe meaning trust in something, and able meaning able to be, that it can be paraphrased as cannot be believed. Word also has lexical meaning. Baker states that lexical meaning of word or lexical unit may be thought of as the specific value it has in a particular linguistic system and the personality it acquires through usage within that system. According to Baker, there are 10 common types of non-equivalence at word level. 1 is culture-specific concept. 2. The source language concept is not lexically in the target language. 3. The source language word is semantically complex. 4. The source and target language make a different distinction in meaning. 5. The target language lacks a superordinate. 6. The target language lacks a specific in term. The 7. Differences in physical or interpersonal perspective. 8. Differences in expressive meaning. 9. Differences in form. And the last, differences in frequency and purpose of specific forms. Okay, the next material will explain by my friend.
Okay, I will continue the presentation from my friends. Equivalency above word level. Besides having individual meaning, words almost always occur in the company of other words to construct meaning. Because of the differences lexical patterning, or source language and target language, translators usually find difficulties in translating. Lexical patterning deals with collocation and idiom and fixed expression. The first, collocation. Baker 119 and 92 14 defines collocation as semantically arbitrary restrictions which do not follow logically from the proportional meaning of a word. Then Baker adds that collocation is the tendency of certain words to occur regularly in given language. 119 and 92 for 47. In English, people typically pay a visit, less typically make a visit, and are likely to perform a visit Baker. 119 and 92. Sometimes we might think that words, synonyms, or near synonyms will often have quite different sets of collocate. English speakers say break the rule but not break the regulation. They talk of wasting time but not squandering time. 2. Idiom. As Baker said, translation in an exciting art. Idiom more than any other feature of language demands that translator he not only accurate but highly sensitive to the rhetorical nuances of the language. 119 and 92. 71. Unlike collocation, which allow several variations in forms, idioms and fixed expressions allow no variation under normal circumstances. For example, fixed expressions such as all the best, as a matter of fact, and ladies and gentlemen allow little or no variation. Okay, then my friends will continue it.
Okay, here I discuss grammatical equivalence. Before that, I want to introduce myself. My name is Lily Skripiti. Okay, grammatical equivalence. Okay, before I explain what is grammatical equivalence, I will first explain what is grammar. Grammar is an order of rules in the arrangement, combining of words and phrases into a single sentence. Grammar includes branches of linguistics such as morphology, or studying the structure and attribute the meaning or the inflection of word. And syntax study the grammatical structure of a such word, phrase, clause, and sentence. Grammatical equivalence refers to the diversity of category aspects of an entire language in a simple language, and in the application of grammatical equivalence, it is complex, which has the same but the model is different in certain discussions. And here, grammatical equivalence includes 5 aspects. Okay, number 1 is quantity. Quantity in English, there is a difference between in singular and plural in order to define number or quantity of objects or people. Okay, 2. Gender. There are differences in the application of pronouns to indicate female and male ownership. In English, there are groups based on a gender in the third person singular form. 3. Grouping the designation of people based on the rules of the people involved. And 4. Tenses and aspect. In English, the application, tenses and aspect of sentence structure has developed. And 5. Voice. Not all verbs in the application of the active voice can be converted into the form of the passive voice. Passive voice only applies to verbs that require an object or transitive verb. Meanwhile, for verb group that does not need object or intransitive verb, it cannot be applied in the passive voice. Passive voice focus on object or people that are known to act or take the action.
Good morning, sir. We are from Group 4. We want to present our topic about the Baker 201. Okay. Before I start to present our topic, it's better I introduce myself. My name is Romsina Siregar. Okay. As we know that the Baker 201, there is 4 steps. As we know to learn it. 1. Equivalent at word level. 2. Equivalence about word level. 3. Grammatical equivalence. 4. Textual equivalence. Okay, in the 4 steps, I want to explain number 4. It's the textual equivalence. As we know that in the slide there is we can see that they explain that text equivalence. Text refers to the arrangement of grammatical structure, confers meaning. How text is arranged tends to be different across language, and it poses many problems. These problems question a textual equivalence. Import Baker 201. So in this slide, that the many people that they make arrange to conversation about the textual. So Baker 201 make two types textual structures. 1. Thematic and information structure and cohesion. Okay, number 2, in the slide 2, we can see that consists of 2 sides. Theme refers to what the clause is about the rhymes that lines dealing with what speaker says about them. Them can be considered as a topic remains as a mistake. For example, the force. We were called to surface station at the meaning at after report that the people were closing disturbance. Okay, and the time rem. Okay, in the slide 3, slide, they exactly and naturally are requesting in the case of different thematic structure across language. Baker 201 propose some possible which can arise as follows. There in this he make two step. 1. Transferring as thematic structure without change TL. For example, grammar is organized along 2 main dimension, morphology and syntax. 2. Grammar disusun berdasarkan 2 dimensi, yaitu morfologi dan sintaksis. Okay.
In the number 2, transferring SLS thematic structure with chasing. For example, English can therefore be said to have grammatical categories of number. Oke, di sini sehingga dapat dikatakan bahwa bahasa Inggris memiliki kategori gramatikal yang membedakan jumlah atau banyaknya benda. Jadi di sini bisa dibedakan gramatikal mana yang bisa menunjukkan di mana yang bisa menunjukkan banyaknya benda. Okay? The theme of SL you unmarked topic them, but in SL there are 2 themes including textual themes. Sehingga and market topic theme rest. Okay, number 3, holidays thematic structure analysis doesn't apply. Okay, di sini dikatakan bahwa tematik holiday itu memiliki struktur yang tidak bisa diaplikasikan. Okay, saya pikir saya rasa sampai di sini presentasi saya. Terima kasih.